Hey, listen, we know that non-QM has taken a hit over the past couple of months with all the changes going on in the industry, but I want to let you know that my friends over at Oaktree are still here. They're still working their non-QM deals for you. Their self-employed deals, their 40-year IO deals, their DSCR deals. They still have their account reps to get you more business. So listen, talk with these guys, especially after you watch today's show. They're going to help you get more business in these hard times. Click this banner right over there. Now on with the show. I find it fascinating when mortgage companies look at their loan officers kind of like their high school girlfriend or boyfriend. You know, when you didn't really show any interest in her until somebody else said she was cute and then you just wanted to go nuclear on everybody. Now, I can't even begin to tell you how many conversations I've had with owners of mortgage companies that have shown downright contempt for their loan officers, like virtually all of them. Yet when that loan officer decides to take their business to the competition, all of a sudden you just can't live without them and the lawsuits begin to fly. So, here we go again.
Mamma mia, here I go again.
Loan Depot is suing Cross Country Mortgage for poaching a handful of good producing New York loan officers.
Why in the hell would a mortgage company decide to complain when a New York loan officer jumped ship? I mean, I thought everybody hated funding loans in the Empire State. Listen, you should have just sent a $100 bill along with those NMLS licenses and just said thank you to Cross Country for taking them. But back to the story at hand.
The lawsuit, filed in federal court in New York last week, alleges that since February of 2022, Cross Country improperly poached no fewer than 32 Loan Depot employees from Loan Depot branches in Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Fishkill, New York, by interfering with Loan Depot's contractual and other legal rights.
Maybe it is Cross Country. Maybe they're just a bunch of jerks over there. I mean, they did just face a lawsuit just like this from Caliber. But maybe, just maybe, Loan Depot is suing because of a lawsuit that they're facing from investors over their IPO, where it's accused Loan Depot as cooking the books and funding loans that probably shouldn't have been funded to get their multiple up for that IPO. I mean, I don't know. Here's what I do know, though. If you have a loan officer that wants to leave, they're going to leave. And if it's not Cross Country, it's going to be somebody else. Now, the thing that mortgage companies have to really understand, especially right now, is that the loan officer generally first decides to leave you and then decides where to land. So rather than projecting and suing, which is laborious and just horrible optics for your mortgage company, I suggest you look at what you can do or could have done to keep that loan officer from leaving in the first place because you already had him in pocket. That's best for both retention and even recruiting purposes. And I'm not talking about Loan Depot, guys. I'm talking about all of the mortgage companies that engage in these type of scenarios, and they're all over the place and they'll continue to happen.
Primerica released the report, which found that 75% of middle-income families say that their income is falling behind the cost of living, an 8-point rise since March. The poll found that only 16% of those surveyed think that they will be better off financially in a year. About 3/4, 77%, say it's likely America will be in a recession by the end of the year. In addition, 61% believe that the American economy will be worse off over the next year than it is now. Just 14% think it might improve.
I can't take this story seriously. I can't do it. Here's the point for you. Go tell people to buy a house. Values are dropping and you can fix your family housing expense forever. So just go do that. That's the moral of the story here. But here's why I can't take the story seriously. We collectively, we are just so fat. I mean, fat and bloated. We're way too entitled in this country. So let's just go through the analytics and the optics here of what this report is saying. Nearly 3/4, 71% report cutting back on restaurant and takeout meals. Oh my God, that is horrible. The humanity of it all. I can't use Grubhub as much as I'm used to. I gotta only eat out 3 days a week. How could we possibly live with this? Nearly the same amount, 69% of people say they plan to keep their current technology instead of upgrading. Say it isn't so. 79% are planning to budget or cut back on groceries. Overall, more than a third, 38%, have already delayed a major purchase due to rising interest rates. So yes, you're not going to get that entertainment center right this minute. And this includes the biggest hike by the Fed in nearly 30 years. But listen to this, still nearly the same amount. 39% say, in spite of all these changes I have to make to my life right now, which are overwhelming, don't eat out as much, get some off-brand stuff from the grocery grocery store and I might have to hold onto my phone for more than 9 months. In spite of all this horrible stuff that people have to deal with, the same number, 39%, say they still plan to take that vacation in the next 12 months. So it ain't hurting you too bad. So tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. We're too fat, we're too entitled. You must understand this. Now, loan officers, real estate agents, see, here's the moral to the story. You think rates and prices are keeping buyers at bay, at arm's length. You're wrong. We're consumers first, and personal finance strategist a distant 11th. You show the house along with a roadmap that puts that person in that house and they'll buy the darn house. I don't care what it costs. Start taking a deeper dive in some of your 40-year interest-only non-QM deals that we talked about at the beginning of the show. They're safe, 10-year fixed rate period. They're interest-only, keeping the payment down. They're way more affordable, hence the interest-only period, and they're available to you right now. They're fairly unique to you, and that's a good thing from a strategic sales standpoint. Being a loan officer, do something everyone else isn't doing. Oh, and yeah, they are the roadmap to put these people in these homes, in our less affordable times. You want to close more deals? You look at those 40-year IO loans because we are consumers. Now, get out your tissue and cry yourself to sleep for holding onto your iPhone for a longer than a 9-month period. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.